Good morning, each and every one of us watching us. Good evening and good afternoon to viewers from all walks of life. This is Desmos, and you are all welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empaths free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism, I talk about spiritual growth, self-development. And if any of that resonates with you, I invite you to join this channel, give us a like, share with friends, subscribe. And for the returning subscribers, I welcome you back and I thank you for your love and support. So I would briefly, very short video, would like to talk about the reason why the narcissists keep on stalking you, because a lot of you empaths, survivors of narcissistic abuse, you find yourself, you live in your house, you look at the other side of the road, the narcissist is somewhere there staring at you. You leave your job place, you leave your workplace, end of the shift, you get out of your workplace, the narcissist is somewhere outside looking at you, watching you, looking at you. It may be on social media pages, your social media sites, you're going to find them stalking your page. Sometimes they're even going to like your pictures, they're going to like your videos, they're going to talk to your aunties, they're going to talk to your families and friends. These individuals, you have got to understand, guys, for the empath, it is very, very difficult and very heavy for a narcissist to forget about the empath. So in the narcissist wiring and mindset, the narcissist is forever going to remember about you. It does not matter how many years you've left them, how far you've gone, where you live, what is going on with your life, who are you married to, have you got kids. It does not matter what you do, whether even sometimes you've got a new job from your previous job. The narcissist is going to always follow you. They are going to stalk you. They are going to try to know what is going on with your life. In their wiring, they're wired in that way that for them to lose an empath, they don't take it lightly. The narcissist will discard you. In the mindset they have in their brain, in their wiring, this is just a short period of time. It is a temporary situation. It's a short period of time. So they just know at some particular point, you are going to come in handy. So in their wiring and their mindset, they believe you are actually their property. So they know at some point in time, it does not matter how drained you are, how exhausted you are, because most of the times after the discard, most of you empaths and survivors of narcissistic abuse, you have ended up extremely getting exhausted from this partnership. You want to move on, you want to start, even that I know sometimes it may be difficult. Usually it's very difficult to move on from a narcissist, but you are going to find yourself drained. You might even sometimes think about moving on with your life and you don't want anything to do with them. I've had a lot of clients, subscribers on this channel, and even some of my clients. And they have gotten to me and they are walking around, they are going to the coffee shops, they meet the ex-narcissist there. They're going to the gym, they meet the ex-narcissist there. Everywhere they go, it's like those individuals, they are everywhere. It is not by coincidence. These people, they are systematically stalking you, they're systematically following you. They are systematically trying to know what it is that is going on with you. Have you met a new guy? Have you got married? Have you changed your job? Have you moved to a new place? They are always going to try to find you wherever they can. So you're supposed to understand that the empath who has survived narcissistic abuse and who has gotten out of narcissistic abuse, it is your obligation to initiate the no-contact procedure. The no-contact process, it is you in your power, the person who is supposed to initiate this kind of no-contact procedure. And you're supposed to maintain it. And you're supposed to create very strong boundaries for yourself. Because if you do not have strong boundaries, if you fail to establish very strong boundaries for yourself, those individuals, they are going to look for you. They will use every means. They will use tracking devices. They will use phones. They will try to spy your phones. They will spy your social media. They will try to find you because those individuals, they believe it is very, very difficult for them in their mindset to lose the empath for good. So you as a super empath, for the most of you guys who have left narcissists, most of you are super empaths. You are the biggest narcissist life support. You might see them, they have moved on with somebody new, they have a new guy in the house, some of them even they have gotten married, they've even gotten pregnant, or they have had babies with other women or something like that. Guys, I can guarantee you, the empath is among the narcissist collection. You are among their collection. So for them, it's like they are collecting a lot of victims along the way, and all those people, they need them at some point. That's why sometimes you find people over 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, all of a sudden the narcissist is trying to come back to their lives. Those guys, they never forget about you. Guys, unless a person has passed on, which even sometimes can be the worst case scenario, but I hope it never happens to you. Unless a person has passed on, that is the only way it can be put. The end can come for the narcissist. So that's the only way you can never see them now trying to follow you. But as long as you're still alive, it does not matter what you do, guys. Those individuals, they always think you're a part of them. And they always think you're their property. So they always think you belong to them. So for the narcissist, it's never over. The discard is just the beginning. That is why even sometimes you see a lot of people around the world, they will be hoovered. They will hoover. Even sometimes the narcissist will try to hoover you, even in a new relationship. The narcissist will come around to hoover you, regardless of whether you are dating somebody new, regardless of how long you've moved on from them, where you're living. It does not matter how is your situation looking. The narcissist will try to hoover you. They will try to come in. They will try to sneak around. They will try to get back in touch with you. That is because inside of them, they know that you are a big part of their lives. So the empath in this video, all I'm trying to say is a very short video. I just want to make you aware. It is going to happen. They will come back. They will hoover you. They will come back. They will stalk you. They will follow you. They will find you. They will do each and everything in their power to make sure that at some point in time, they can have a chance. There's an open window for them to sneak in and get back in touch with you. They still need you back in that relationship, that entanglement or situationship, whichever way you can call it. The empath, it is your obligation to protect yourself. When you're dealing with a narcissist, guys, I don't know, psychology wants to call it a disorder. But in my own understanding, I know that narcissism is spiritual. So whatever it is you're dealing with, it is not the end. The discard is just the beginning. So if you have been discarded by a narcissist, follow your coaches. We talk to you, we give you the methods you need to use, we give you the tricks you need to use. We give you each and every way you need to help yourself to protect yourself, because those guys, I can guarantee you guys, in their mind, they have already forgotten each and everything they have done to you. They have forgotten what they have done to you. They have forgotten the pain they have put you through. They have forgotten each and everything that they have done in that, the mess, the chaos, the drama that they have played in your life. So they have forgotten about everything. So for them, in their mind, yes, they may remember, but the things they do, when you see them, it is going to prove that actually they have already forgotten whatever it is they have done to you. So you have got to be sure those individuals, they want to see you face flat on the ground. If you have gotten out, you will go on to heal. You will move on. You will become happy. You will become healthy. You will become wealthy. Your life will move to a new degree, to a new level. And that is what the narcissist doesn't want to see. So they will try their best to make sure that they do everything in their power to find an open window, an open door, an open gate, to come and sneak back into your life, to get you back, because you are still their supply. It does not matter how far you've moved from them and what you're doing with yourself. You are still a part of them. So they want to come back in. Empaths, survivors of narcissistic abuse, in this video, you need to understand you are the person who puts the end to this mess, to this madness. You are the person who puts the end to this madness. What do I mean by this? Very strong boundaries for yourself as long as you've stepped out of that partnership. If you have got kids with them, you can still keep your boundaries and you can always do the grey rock method. Grey rock method, but what I mean is that you always just have to engage in situations, only situations that concern your kids. Maybe you got a mortgage together, car financing together, and all these other financial attachments, whether financial or social or whatever it is, attachments with them, only those things involving the two of you. If you have got nothing to do with them, nothing attaches you to them, you're actually as free as a bird. Now it's time for you to establish very strong boundaries for yourself. You can even move to a different city if you can. You can move away from them, very far from them, and make sure your new addresses and places that you live, they are not known to them. So they do not know where you live. They don't know what you do. They don't even know where you work. Most of the times you may have to even switch your job places. Establish the boundaries, because you have got to understand those individuals, they'll always come back. They never forgot about you. They have never let you go. A narcissist can never afford to lose an empath for good. The only time that the narcissist will reconsider putting a stop and ending this is when the empath has gotten face flat on the ground. They have put you down face flat on the ground. That's when now they are able to move on forever. I've seen it myself happen. I've seen a narcissist who cannot hoover their exes because those exes, they are unhoovable. I can use the word, they are not what they hoover because they have already left them in very bad shape and they cannot be able to hoover them. That's the only way the narcissist will let you go. If you're still moving, if you're still strong, you're healthier and wealthier, you're happy with yourself, those individuals, let me guarantee you guys, it does not matter how long it takes, they'll always come back to you. So it's your obligation and it is your obligation and it is your right to understand that you are the one with the power. You have got the power to put a stop to this, to put a stop to this madness, and you can now finally be free for good from the narcissist. Other than that, guys, it's a short video. I hope it resonates. If it makes sense, drop a comment section in the drop a comment for me in the section below. We'll be back in touch. Love you all, and I'll catch you soon. There's almost signing out.